Hey there, fellow history enthusiasts. Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're embarking on an awe-inspiring voyage to ancient India to uncover the captivating story of the Rise of Buddhism. If you're as curious as I am about the origins of this profound faith, then you're in for a treat. But before we begin, if you enjoy our content and want to support us in bringing more exciting videos, consider checking out the link in the description below. Now, let's dive into the fascinating world of Buddhism in ancient India. Beginnings of Buddhism. The Buddhism founder started from the birth of a boy from the Sakya clan in an aristocratic family. Buddha's original name was Siddhartha, and his mother Maya dreamt that a white elephant with 6 white tusks would enter correctly by her right side, and then by just 10 months, Siddhartha was born in 623 BC. According to the Sakya tradition, the mother generally gives birth to their paternal home, and so Queen Maya went to give birth at her father's kingdom under a garden beneath a sealed tree. Siddhartha's father was the chief of the Sakya clan, and they lived within the borders of India and Nepal. Eventually, when time passed, Buddha grew and got more influenced by the sorrow and poor people's consequences about life. He observed that his life and the life of others were so worse and filled with pain that one day he decided to live everything and attain the truth about life and how to get rid of the pain. Buddha started meditating and soon, for several years, went into anonymity in asceticism, where he was awakened by understanding the workings of the life cycle of rebirth. Buddha has traveled throughout the Gangatic plain, teaching and building a religious community. The Buddha even taught between sensual indulgence and severe asceticism from the middle way. He also led the mind training that included ethical training, self-restraint, and meditative practices such as jhana and mindfulness. He highly criticized the practice of animal sacrifice and the caste system. How did it get more recognition? A couple of centuries after his death, he came to be known by Buddha, which meant, awakened one, or, enlightened one. His teachings were basically compiled with the Buddhist community in the Vinaya, and he had codes that were based on monastic practice. The Middle Indo-Aryan passed these teachings down, directing the oral traditions and later composing additional texts for better references. The Buddhist community got separated into 2 branches, the Mahayana throughout the Himalayas and East Asia and Theravada in Sri Lanka and Southeast Asia. Again, the Buddhist tradition of Vajrayana is classified as a part of Mahayana Buddhism, but some scholars consider it to be a different branch. The practice of Buddhism. In the 7th century, the practice of Buddhist symbols lost influence after the Gupta reign and, in the last, the Pala Empire, which fell in the 12th century. It was a challenging feature for the Buddhists to keep their religion alive in the increased popularity of Hinduism. But by the end of the 12th century, the Himalayan region and its remains of southern parts soon modernized and became popular among the people. According to the census of 2011, there are 8.4 million Buddhists in India, with 0.7% of the total population. Buddhism belief. The followers of Buddhism or Buddhism symbols do not worship a supreme god or deity. Instead, focus on achieving enlightenment that states inner peace and wisdom. The followers are said to have experienced nirvana when they reach this spiritual echelon. The religion's founder, Buddha, is considered an extraordinary being and not God, and the term Buddha to the followers is enlightened. The path to enlightenment that the followers of Buddha believe in is attaining morality, meditation and wisdom. Therefore, Buddhists often meditate because they think it helps awaken the truth. The traditions of Buddhist symbols encourage its people to avoid self-indulgence and self-denial and understand the teachings of the 4 Noble Truths, which are essential for understanding the religion. The 4 Noble Truths are, a. the Noble Truth of Suffering, b. the Noble Truth of the Origin of Suffering, c. the Noble Truth of Cessation of Suffering, d. the Noble Truth that leads the way to the end of suffering, the Noble Eightfold Path. The followers also embrace the concepts of karma, which affects reincarnation and the continuous cycle of rebirth. The teachings. Buddhism's first and foremost lessons or teachings are the chains of causation or the 12 linked chains of causation. The doctrine teaches the connection of all the things and the laws of karma which the whole world is involved in suffering and, through the steps, can lead to liberation. To overcome suffering and sorrow, the three beings such as, A. Change, B. Suffering, C. No, I, are the basic facts to become physically, emotionally and mentally strong. Another teaching that Buddha taught was the Noble Eightfold Path. A. Right view. B. Right thought. C. Right speech. D. Right action. E. Right livelihood. F. Right effort. G. Right mindfulness. H. Right concentration. Even the wheel, which is considered the symbol of the Dharma, has shown and represented the Noble Eightfold Path. The three fires, A. Desire/thirst, B. Anger, C. Delusion is what indulges the forms of destruction. These energy forms are feral, they can rage through us and hurt others. Other aspects. In the modern generation, the followers of Buddhism worship in temples or their homes. But the monks follow a strict code that includes celibacy. There is no perfect image of the Buddhism symbol, but from the texts and other sources, it represents a lotus flower, the eight-spoked Dharma wheel, Bodhi tree, and the swastika, an ancient symbol for good fortune. Conclusion. In this way, Buddhism facts have valued and nurtured the definition of loving kindness, humanity, patience, and giving. In addition, the concept of ahimsa or harmlessness is connected with compassion and desire not to harm anyone and believe within the self. Buddhism is very practical and aims at helping people to live their lives peacefully. Thank you for joining us on this incredible expedition through the history of Buddhism in ancient India. If you found this journey as captivating as we did, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with your fellow history enthusiasts. Your support means the world to us, and it encourages us to continue creating more engaging content for you.